Hey everyone, Lauren here using the August Kitaholic Kits, and something quite quick and fun and easy. I've just pulled out some stamps from my stash, and what I'm going to do is, once I've decided what photo, and there's a few of my son being funny, but I decide on this one. I'm going to use this 4x6 photo that's vertical, and I'm going to use these words that are all stamped. So you can use any kind of stamp that you want. It could use an icon or a picture kind of look, or you could do the same as myself and use different words. And I've just done the edges so that I could realize how big the photo is and go around it. So I'm going around the photo and then going out to the edge on the right, thinking that's where my title is going to be. And I just use a whole range of stamps, just adding here, there and everywhere. It's kind of not too much thought to it, just a bit more random, but you can see sometimes there's two in a row, sometimes they're spread out, just trying to make sure that there's room for it all, for a few different words and to go together, and that I pick a few different phrases that have got different text. I mean, well, they do have different text, they have different words, but different fonts. And this is one of those stamps that we got in a previous Kitaholic kit. So it's always good to pull out previous things that we've got in our mixed media kits or our main kits, so that we can keep using them. Now, I tested that one in the middle, knowing the photo was going to cover it, and I wondered whether it needed to be primed and rubbed on the palms to get it activated. And see, just going around, sometimes I'm even overlayering the stamps and just having some fun putting it here, there and everywhere. I keep saying that. So just going to do this a little bit longer, and then my idea was to cover it with some of the watercolours that we got from the watercolour palette in the mixed media kit this month. And you'll see in a moment how I make that happen. Take it from just this black and white stamped words to a mixed media cool layered background. So putting that away and just using my roller phrase stamp to add in just a couple other phrases and fill in a few more gaps and add a bit of point of difference to the phrases. So that's going to be the end of it. I'm going to just pack it all away and then get moving on the watercolours. So I've pulled out my watercolour palette. I'm just going to spray some mist on it to activate the colours. So I'm using the blues and the greens. And I've got my watercolour brush. I'm just going to make sure it's clean. Add on a bit more colour, and then I'm just going to dot some colours over so that it spreads out the green, and then I'm going to put some light blue again around around where I've put the stamped words, so that I can mix it up. Now, you could definitely use the packaging technique just with some plastic, but I'm just going to use the packaging technique with my acrylic block. One, because I just used it even though I put it away in my drawer, but two, because it's a bit more controlled than the plastic. Unless you have a small plastic, you limit the space of where the colour's going to go by using the acrylic block. So I'm going to add some of this darker blue. You can see, but before adding the blue, I've dried it with my heat gun just so that I could make sure the colour is set to the paper. And again, just a quick dry over this darker blue. I'm just going to make sure that it has dried enough so that it's not going to ruin other colours or ruin the photo as I put it on. So this time I'm going to add the colour straight to the page here and then do it. Did I do it before? Or maybe this time I'm going to do it. So I just want to make sure I've got it on there. You can add the colour to the acrylic block and then put it straight on to the paper. I think I did that with the dark green, didn't I? Going crazy. Literally, I'm watching this as I'm doing a voiceover, so you'd think I know what I was talking about. So you can see here how cool that looks, especially now with the photo when Oliver's got a bright green shirt on. And I pulled out these Project Life cards, the 4x6 ones. I'm going to use them for some layering. Just first I'm going to put this white cardstock as the base layer behind my photo. And then I'm going to add the Project Life, the light blue one, so that it's covered, it's peeking out from the edges, just two of the edges, because the card is 4x6 and the photo's 4x6 with a white border on top of it. And again, I'm going to use this dark blue colour here now as a Project Life card to layer. And I was ripping the paper off and then realised to get more out of it, I could rip it in half, and it looks like the paper goes from the left to the right and peeks out on both sides of the photo. So I'm going to use this text paper. I used it in one of the other layouts for the design team this month. It's really lovely paper. So just cutting the top and the bottom, and then ripping the top and the side and ripping the bottom. And then I had this lovely little rip strip and decided to put that ripped edge back up to the top, and it looks really cool to have it that symmetry together. So I've pulled out some ephemera pieces. I've got this tag here, and I've got this lovely little phrase that I want to make it work, but for the life of me it doesn't work till the very last, and this lovely blue and green heart. So just pulling out a few more of the pieces that could work in terms of what the phrases say, and then that they're blue and they're green, so that we go with the colour combination, and trying to work out just how to layer what I want on there and how it can work. I know I want that tag, and I'm pretty sure I want that heart to the right edge of the tag overhanging, but I'm not sure what else is going to work. So I pull out some of the other pieces of the ephemera, some of the things I've put in from my stash, this cut apart sheet, none of that's going to work. And then I decide, okay, well, I know I want the title to the right here where the mixed media is going on, so I'm going to pull it out and see if that helps me to decide what I want to do next with the layout. So I spell out Wild Child, I fix it up here, and I do have it all crazy, you know, aka wild, on there, and have made it look like it is crazy and just like the photo. So it's nice to just have a play with that sometimes. Stuck on the tag, added obviously some twine really quickly, and I've decided that this love heart is going to go really nicely with this circle piece, and on it goes there. So again, I try to make that piece on the left really work. I really love the ephemera, the way it looks, but it's just not going to work. And I found this one has got a film, it's like watching, and I know it's usually about watching a movie or making a movie, YouTube, blah blah blah, but instead I'm just talking about watching him and how crazy he is and how fun it is. So that was a nice little layered piece down there, and I'm going to add this one here. So it's mostly just about adding some of the bits and pieces and not going too crazy. I don't want to cover up all the mixed media going on, but I do want to have a point of interest and not have it just plain photo with the title. So quickly just fussy cutting some of these printables. If you watch my monthly prep video, you'll know that I don't necessarily fussy cut them when I get them, but I just roughly cut them so that I can sort them in my really useful box, and then I fussy cut them when I use them. That way I know if I want a border or not. So I don't know if you've seen that, but I quickly just basically put some sprinkles of those star sequins that we got in the kit. I just put them on the layout to see if it would work, and then I shook them off, and I'm going in here putting some dobs of glue and putting them down onto those dobs of glue so that I can know where I want to have them and know that they're stuck down onto the page. So this is going to be the last little thing I'm going to do to the layout, and then you'll be able to see the close-up of the layout. But hopefully you've been inspired by the video, and that you feel like you can go and create something with the mixed media, or just get some memories documented however you want to do it. And hopefully you're using up your kit. Don't hoard it. We want to see what you make. Share with us if you can. Thanks guys. Hope you had a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.